Hi, it's Garry. Well, welcome to today's live stream. So apologies, I was a little bit on the late side starting it. Got to 25 past 8. I thought my computer's running a bit slow, so I decided to reboot it. Not a good idea when you've got 5 minutes left to start a live stream. So I've got virtually everything set up. Hopefully not too bad, though this camera doesn't look quite right. There we go. I've got my final Christmas piece of clothing on. Was going to get a Christmas jumper, but then I thought, nah, it gets bloody warm here. So went for this like tank top type thing. Have a t-shirt underneath it though, because you don't want to see my hairy armpits. So let's jump on in and take a look at the comments. No, we won't. We'll start with the weather. Let me get Safari and hope I got that set up correctly in that very speedy setup I did. Normally I get everything ready about 8 o'clock, so it's all sat there. So this has been a little bit of a dash to get everything done. So currently we're looking at 25 Celsius, which is 77 Fahrenheit. So not too bad. We have had a warm week though. We had a couple of days where it was 40. Let me just pop that in. So 40 Celsius, that's 104 Fahrenheit. So I had a couple of nice days. Then it was quite funny. We had 2 days like that, and then Christmas Eve, it was 22. So the day after was 22. So 22 is 71.6, so 72. And I said to Elaine, I said, you know, we've gone 2 days where we've been sweating everything off. I said, and now today I was back there with my socks and my slippers on, walking around the house just to keep my toes warm. So yeah, it's been quite interesting in that. Let's go back to the camera. And I can minimize this. Let's head on over to the comments. So, Lady Beaver, who's ready for the last live of 2024? Well, obviously I wasn't. Looking forward to it though, it should be quite good. Haven't got that much to talk about. Let me just pull these over. These are the two things I have got to talk about. I haven't even had time to have a look at these to make sure I've got the right ones, so hopefully I set it up right the other day. Alia Rose, hi from Pennsylvania. Couple of thumbs up there from Tom. Blonde Skills 1, hi from Arkansas. David, hello everyone. Blessed Christmas and a Happy New Year. David, hello from Austin, where a near record 80 Fahrenheit, 67 C, minus 20, did I say 67? 27 Celsius, sorry. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I mean, that's a little bit warmer than it is here at the moment, although it's going to hit, just looking at my weather thing on my watch, I can't see it, my eyes are too bad. Today's due to be 29, so yeah, that's pleasant temperature is 29. David, 27 Celsius, sorry. Marie, hi from Michigan, welcome. Tom, Northridge, California. Andreas, we've got G'day, friends. Currently a balmy 31 centigrade in Brisbane. Yeah, between about 25 to 35. I find it's quite pleasant. Blonde Scales 1, stupid YouTube ads. Yeah, why I have them is it's what helps me to keep going. I'd love to not have the ads, but I've got to be realistic with it. I say you don't get a lot from them, but it's enough to, fund getting things for the channel. Adia Rose, does the live stream just start for everyone else? I always need to keep refreshing to see if it has begun. Mine does. I'm using Safari on a Mac, and mine, obviously, because I have the stream running on another screen, just so I can monitor what's happening. So yeah, mine does come through, does automatically start, but maybe it depends on browsers, on various settings in the browsers. Not sure. Lady Beaver, hi everyone. Surprisingly, an overcast 21 centigrade here in Adelaide. Yeah, that sounds like us on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It was quite cool, which was nice. Blonde Scales 1, I got a couple of short ads before the music started. What I've tried to do is, certainly for the lives, is minimize them. What they do is they play before the video, but hopefully there shouldn't be any play whilst we're doing the live. David, I always get annoying ads that I have to skip, and then I get the intro. I normally watch my YouTube on my telly, and one of the things I've been noticing lately is they've been giving me lots of long ads. I mean, the other day I had a video. I want to say the video was meant to be like 2 or 3 minutes long. Just let me lift that up a bit. It was a really short video. I think, yeah, maybe about 3 minutes. And they started playing an ad that was 4.5 minutes long. And I thought, what the? So, strange enough, I skipped over that. But yeah, YouTube seems to be really aggressive at the moment with ads. Ricardo, good morning from cool London. It's a refreshing 5 centigrade here. Andreas, it auto starts for me, Alia, but I'm in the YouTube app on a Samsung tablet. Your mileage may vary. Alia Rose, ad block is your friends. Not for me, it isn't. I want you to see the ads. As I say, that's the bulk of what I get from YouTube does come from that ad revenue. Tony Bins, hello everyone. About 5 centigrade here in Wiltshire. That's not bad. Alia Rose, to Andreas, I'm on a PC, so it's a bit different, I guess. Marie, hairy armpits, too much information. Yeah, that's why I've got my green t-shirt underneath it. Lady Beaver, yeah, it was 40 centigrade here for Christmas Day, which was crazy. Then, yeah, Boxing Day was freezing. Yeah, you know, it's the summer. We don't want anything less than 30, really, during the summer. Today's mug is my Marvel mug. Marcy Me, hello from Texas, welcome. Blonde Skills 1, I'm on a Samsung tablet too. Marcy Me, enjoyed our stormy weather last week. Our stormy weather week, should I say. Yeah, sometimes it's nice, but I can certainly live without it now. David, from my perspective, I had a great Christmas. I put a fountain pen on my list and got a Pelican M800, a Platinum 3776 Forest Green Kanji, and a Mont Blanc Origins 149, and a new black 20-pen Aston case. Awesome! I mean, you all saw what I got because, obviously, you know, with all them gifts during the Inky Countdown, I didn't receive anything else. Alia Rose, to Marcy Me, we have a tornado risk here for tomorrow. Should be interesting. Tornado, oh, that's them spinny, is it them spinny things, isn't it? Wizard of Oz, that's what it makes me think of. Marcy Me, be safe. Alia Rose, to David, you must have been quite good. Tom, cold here in Atlanta, 53 Fahrenheit. That's that is cold. That's what. Oops. Let me find the right button to press. Where is it, Safari? I'm just. So it's currently 71. What number am I looking for? Oh, I don't know. My brain's gone. 53 Fahrenheit to Celsius. So 53. I'm just interested what that is in. So wow, 12 degrees. That is cold. Let me just minimize this again. Alia Rose, as far as Santa knows, yes. Yep, that's what we always say is, if you can't be good, bury the evidence. Marie, I need help. When you have a transparent cap on a fountain pen, should I care that when I twist it closed, the nib doesn't line up with a clip? Or is that just way too particular? For me, it doesn't bother me. I know what you're saying, though, because there's quite a few which don't, and it does look a bit weird. So, yeah, I think it would be nice, but it doesn't, it doesn't overly bother me. But, yeah, I'd be looking to see if it would do that. We've got some hellos. Marcy Me, we have a wow. Alia Rose, if it matters to you, it matters. Absolutely. Each to their own. That's definitely the line there. Got a couple more hellos. Blonde Scales 1, I think it's up to you. We have another hello. Ricardo, congratulations, David, especially on the platinum. David, hey, Tom, happy and blessed holidays, my friend. David, thanks, Ricardo. Do you know, I look really fat on that way that the camera's showing me today. I can't have got this set up right. Let me just smooth this, see if I can hide the fatness. Oh, will it go up any higher? No. So I should maybe stop leaning back in my chair. Sorry. Ricardo, hello to Tom. Kaz, good evening from London. Welcome to you, Kaz. Blonde Scales 1, no one in my family would have any idea on fountain pens. They'd just give me money to buy what I want. To be honest, that's what happens with us. And then we've got Hi Kaz there from Ali Rose. So let's jump on over to the overhead camera. There we go. Hopefully I got this lined up in the very speedy setup I did. I know I brought the pad in, but we'll look at that in a second. What we're going to do is take a look at the last 5 days of my Inky Countdown. So on day 21 of the ink event calendar, we had Diamine Cosmic Glow. Really nice extreme sheen ink here. So to me, it looks like a bluey purple back with this beautiful red. I think it looks more purple on the background because of the red sheen. I think it may be a blue. But that looks quite nice. I love the name as well, Cosmic Glow. And from Colourverse, we've got Colourverse Giant Sunspot. Nice looking orange. Where I've gone on thick here, there's a little bit of a fringe of maybe gold, but maybe it's just hopeful and wishful thinking. On day number 22, from Diamine, we have Nutmeg. So it's beautiful, like, again, it's a lot of dusty colours this time. It's like a dusty brown. And in there, we've got a beautiful gold shimmer. Really nice that. There's the chromatography on that. I'll just fetch the other two back. That's the Cosmic Glow chromatography. So as you can see, loads of blue. That's a Giant Sunspot chromatography. So plenty of oranges and like I want to say like a dark orange, maybe even heading towards like a dark reddy type fringe at the top. So yep, there's that chromatography again for Nutmeg. Not sure about this one. I've got to decide what pen to put it in. With it being a shimmer, that's always a bit of a struggle for me because I like to put shimmers into pens that are extremely easy to clean. So back to the Colourverse one, day 22, Portuguese Meteor. I like this. I really do like this ink. Really nice colour. It's a glistening ink. So we've got this beautiful, I'm going to call it like a, maybe is it a pity? I'm calling it blue, but there's hints of like a teal, you know, it's heading towards like a tealy type blue. And then where I've gone on thick here, you can see some of that glistening, some of that shimmer. Nice little hints of that silver shimmer. It's not an in-your-face shimmer. Day 23, from Diamine, we've got Pine Needle, which is a chameleon. Nice, beautiful green. I love my green inks. And there, again, we've got that chameleon. So I want to say it's like a different type of green. It could be maybe silver, and the green is just shining through it. You know, so I do see hints of silver, but I also see hints of green and even some hints of blue in that chameleon. Oh, didn't show you the... Never mind. There's a Portuguese Meteor, by the way. Here's a chromatography. Very, very pale. The chromatography here for the Pine Needle. A lot of grey in it, which surprised me. And we've got a good amount of blue there at the top. Day 23 from Colourverse. Dante's Cosmology. I love the name of this ink. Again, to me, it looks quite a dusty coloured ink. Like a maybe bluey purple type colour to me. And then over the back, here we've got the chromatography. So we've got blue down at the bottom where it left behind, where I drew the line. Got nice pinks in there as well before it hit that blue up there at the top. Day number 24, Salted Caramel. Beautiful ink from Diamine. It's another brown ink, very similar to that Nutmeg. Let me fetch that Nutmeg back. but this is more of a brown, whereas I say to me that nutmeg is very dusty looking. Again, we've got a shimmer in here, nice gold coloured shimmer. Quite pretty, I quite like the look of this one. And over there on the back, we've got the chromatography. The last of the Colourverse inks, Colourverse Christmas Star, which I managed to smudge. This to me is a yellow ink with, where I've done on thick, it's orange, but where I've just done the one pass, it's more of a yellowy colour. And in there we've got, again, glistening, so we've got shimmer in there, like a maybe goldy or a yellowy type shimmer. Not really sure how practical this will be for me, but I wonder if something like maybe a stub nose Eco or my Diamond 580 might be worth looking at. And then the last ink from Diamine, Day 25, Good Tidings, which is another extreme sheen. So this, to me, the base colour is, I'm going to say, very dark grey, nearly black to my eye. Then on top of that, hopefully the camera will catch up this, we've got this gorgeous green sheen coming through. There we go. This is the one which is the full 30ml bottle. Again, to me, I can see where they're going with it. It's not a very Christmassy looking ink though, is it? I was hoping for something a bit more vibrant for Day 25. So that's how I was going with the ink vent. So I'm going to be filming over the next week or so some of my wrap-up videos for ink vent, or my inky countdown, should I say. The first one I'll be recording, which I'm actually recording tomorrow to go out the following week, is I'm going to just do a quick look through all of them to see what I think about all of them, just very quick. So the idea is a bit similar to what we've been doing here, but I'll go into maybe expand on a few, and we'll maybe look at the writing samples as well as the chromatography. I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to do that video yet. And then I'm going to be doing another 2 videos. The first one will be where I pick my top 5 ink vent inks, and then the next one I'll pick my top 5 colour vent inks. So looking forward to doing them. Let's head on back to the comments. Just do a refresh. Alia Rose, I was gifted the Delta Duna Happiness, Artisan Inks Pens Neptune's Revenge. Oh, I love the name of that. Conklin 1898 Purple Misto, a Kakimori nib, hopefully I pronounced that right, and Assorted Interesting Bits. I was very happy. That sounds like an awesome collection. That Delta Dune is really nice. Well, obviously, I don't know what yours is like. My version of it is really nice. Ricardo, I got for Christmas a Sailor Pro Gear Slim broad, and today received a Sailor Pro Gear Slim Manure Moss set in medium. Good writers. Yeah, I like my well, as you must be realised, because whenever I fetch it out, I'm always saying about how much I like it. Lady Beaver, I can't wait till they do a full bottle of Cosmic Glow. Yeah, the one that I'm waiting for a full bottle of, and I think I said this last week, is Sleigh Ride. Really like that. That's really is a really beautiful ink. Ricardo, just a heads up that Cult Pens in the UK is having an end of year sale. Yeah, at the moment I'm going around every day. I'm checking Pulp Addiction, Desk Bandit, Cult Pens, Apple Boom, and anywhere else I can think of, because I want to see if I can get that Pelican M1000 in Renaissance Brown when it's on offer somewhere. So yeah, I'm very, very eagerly checking them out all the time now. Andreas, lol, blonde skills. I'm married to a bargain hunter, so we've got a specific list and price point agreed. This year I got a Lamy 2000 steel for £200, or $200, sorry. That was a good price. Yeah, we're a bit of a, well, the best way we describe ourselves, we're tightwads. So we try and get everything on sale if we can. So yeah, I'm completely with your wife there. We spend a lot of time We decide roughly how much we want to pay for something, and then we keep waiting and checking and waiting and checking. As I said, that's what I'm doing with that M1000. Alia Rose to Ricardo, anything especially worth getting? Blonde Scales, nice. I'm happy with my Black Friday pens. Ricardo, some higher priced sailors with a good discount. Oh, Andreas, I put the nutmeg into my Bennu Earl Grey. Brown with shimmer matches nicely. I bet it does. That sounds like quite a nice combo. Lady Beaver, very pretty teal. I'm assuming that's the Portuguese meteor. Ricardo, I got the Manio set reduced from £180 to £125. That's a good price as well. Ali Rose, the moment I saw nutmeg, I knew it was perfect for the planner girlies. They love a good neutral like that. Yeah, I'm very much a saturated ink person. I like really, I mean, you may notice from a lot of my picks, I like really bright in your face inks. Lady Beaver, I get you. Kaz, hey, Andy Rose, sorry for the delay, was sneezing. That's all right. Blonde Scales 1, a big enough discount can get you a pen you wouldn't otherwise get. Absolutely. That was like with my Visconti Homo Sapiens. I got it for, I want to say about $850, whereas the normal price when I bought it was about $1,200. So, you know, I would never have paid $1,200 for a pen, and I still won't. That's why I'm waiting for that Pelican to come down in price, because I ain't paying that much money. Sorry, I've just finished my tea, so I'll be on to my, I think it's fruit punch cocktail. No, fruit punch, not cocktail. Cordial. My brain again already. Alia Rose, Kaz, no worries, my allergies have been annoying over here. Absolutely with you on that. I'm sat here. I should have took a loratadine tablet, but I'm sat here and I can feel my eyes running as I'm talking. So I absolutely know what you mean there. Padrino, out of the full set, I think I like Cosmic Glow and Holly the most. I'm not going to tell you which are my favourites. I have picked them because that obviously will spoil, the surprise when I do my list. Oh, I can't get comfortable today. Alia Rose, good tidings, and it is an ideal spooky Halloween ink. I'm completely with you there. It's perfect colouring for that, isn't it? Blonde Scales 1, I noticed inky fingers during your videos. Absolutely, that is, shouldn't they be like that? I think at the moment, oh no, we've got ink here. We've got ink here. And we've got ink here. I think, well, and ink over here as well. And there. So yeah, doesn't matter whenever you see me. If you ever see me in real life, just check my hands out. They'll always have ink on them. Elaine gets so embarrassed. She says, why don't you wash your hands? And I keep saying to her, but I do. It just doesn't come off. I mean, I know I can use something to get it off, but I don't like doing that as much as I can. Lady Beaver, yeah, I was a little disappointed in that last in two, and I didn't even have the calendar. Lady Beaver, do a like top 5. I'm putting some pens. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. Let me just grab these. Sneak peek. There's another 2 to go in here, but these are the pens that I've got inked up. There you go, a sneak peek for you. So yeah, I'll be looking at when I do the top 5, I'll be looking at the ink and I'll be doing a writing sample with each of them. Lady Beaver, haha, nice. I love these comments. Hoss, hi everyone. Hope everyone is having a good night. Welcome to you. Alia Rose, we got a hello. Kaz, I always check Cult Pens. I do. From Europe, Cult Pens and Apple Boom tend to be where I go from. I've had a couple of pens from Pure Pens, and I do keep looking at I can't remember its name. I've got it bookmarked in Italy. There's Stilo and Stile, I think it is. They quite often have some good prices. Alia Rose, I forgot to include Diamine Sand between your toes in my last Cult Pens order. So I have an itch to scratch wanting a new order with them. I bet you have. The only problem with that name of that ink, I can see where it's coming. Obviously, sand between your toes when you head down to the beach. Always annoying, especially like here where this time of year I never really wear shoes. I just wear my thongs, flip flops. I think that you call them in the States and the UK. Over here, they're just always called thongs. Always gives you a really funny idea there when you're not used to hearing that from. Was it? I don't know. I can't remember where it was. No, I'm afraid I can't tell that joke. It's too rude. But yeah, always quite surprising. Blonde Scales 1, nothing wrong with being a cheapskate. Absolutely. That's how you get to be able to, get some of the nicer stuff if you're willing to spend the time, doing that digging around. Tony, I bought myself an M800 for Christmas for £350. That's a good price. Ricardo, it seems that for some ungodly reason, I get enough points on the new loyalty scheme to get a 20% discount with every order. Oh, brilliant. Lady Beaver, I will say I finally changed my glass dip pen. I found the long ones awkward and saw Jinhao's Pro Gear dupe did a glass dip tip, and it's a dream to hold and love how it writes for a dip pen. That's a good idea, because them Jinhao 82s, I think it is, they're really nice, comfortable pens to use. Marcy Me, my gift from hubby arrived minutes ago. It's a Pelikan Suveron M600 art collection. Glauco Cambon. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Absolutely gorgeous. I bet it is. Can't wait to see your I'm assuming you'll do a first impressions or an unboxing type video with it. Marcy Me, if you don't already follow her, make sure you head over to her channel. Really good, interesting videos on there. Alia Rose, I need to save up as we're going to WizardCon in April and I'm planning a trip to Atlas. Choices must be made. Absolutely, they must. So WizardCon, I'm assuming it's like, I'm going to say Supernova and Comic-Con. That's just my guess. I've been to, over here they had what was called a Supernova. It was quite a few years ago because it was a trip up to Perth to go to it. And obviously my wife isn't into fantasy or sci-fi, anything like that, but she went with me that once. I really enjoyed it. I saw Nana Visitor, who played from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Who else was there? John Barrowman, really, really funny. So he's from Doctor Who and Torchwood, plus many other things, but he was absolutely awesome. He was so funny. David, hey Hoss, where are you from? Ricardo, congratulations to Marcy Me. David, I can't believe how smooth my new M800 and my new Mont Blanc Origins 148 both write. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about all the Pelikan ones. That's why I want that 1000. I want the 1000 model because it's that little bit bigger. David, sorry, 149. Ricardo, congratulations, Tony. May I ask, where did you get that price? Mr. Professor, happy holidays, Garry from Texas. Thank you, and to you. Blonde Scales 1. Let me just refresh. There we go. I really like my Viper. Marcy Me, we always called them thongs in my childhood. Yeah, if you said that now, you'd get some funny looks, though. Alia Rose, I can't wear flip-flops. That thing between your toes makes my teeth itch. Horrible sensory Hades. Yeah, I can't wear the ones with the plastic thing in the toes. So I have to try and find like cloth ones. I find they're a lot better for me. But I mean, about 8 months of the year, that's all I wear. Tony Bins, Ricardo, I can't remember. I think it was the Pen Store or Pen Shop. It's a UK company, so no duty or import tax. I can check for next week. David, I try not to order internationally simply because US customs is such a pain with importing fountain pens due to the hazardous substances form you have to fill out because of the ink. It's nuts. Yeah, that does sound nuts. I mean, over here in Australia, when you buy from a foreign store, the foreign store has to collect the sales tax, the GST, which for us is 10%. And then as long as it's under 1,000 Aussie dollars, that's it. There's no import tax or anything. As soon as it hits $1,000, you've then got to pay import tax, which is another reason why I'm very careful with what I'm buying and making sure that, like I say with the M1000, if I get it from Apple Boom or Cult Pens, it can't be until it's under 1,000 Aussie dollars. I'm really thirsty today. Ricardo, Pen Store is in the UK, thanks. Andreas, that's a beautiful pen in pictures. What's it like in person? And then Alia Rose, a role-playing on /D&D con. My husband is a featured speaker. I tried when I was younger to get into D&D, but unfortunately nobody was interested in playing it with me. I did for a while play Magic the Gathering. Didn't go to any competitions, just did it with my son at home. Quite enjoyed that. But yeah, I'd have loved when I was younger to do like D&D. I love the concept of it. But I say I just had nobody who was willing to play it. Tony to Ricardo, no worries. It is blue-black stripes in medium, and all nib options were available. Oh, pardon me. Blonde Scales 1. Other than customs sitting on my second Just Turnings pen, I've not had issues with international pen orders. Marcy Me. It's stunning. It looks like it has light emitting from the inside out. I hope I can get that look in my presentation video. This is one of the downsides with doing the videos. It's hard to fully capture the beauty of a pen, especially where you've got complex colours, because the eyes, obviously, even though I record and publish in 4K, the eye sees so much more detail than you see over a camera. The other thing that I do find with the camera is not so much with the paper I'm using today, but when I'm using something like the Tomoe River paper, even the what's the paper? The optic paper from Oxford, is because I have the light so bright to be able to really capture a good image, it makes it look like there's a lot of ghosting from the page coming through, but there isn't. To the eye, you can hardly see it, but the camera makes it look so pronounced. Tom to David, I had to fill out that form for a 3776 from Japan, but that was unusual. I think that many times the shipper fills it out. Yeah, I can understand if you're getting ink, but not for just a pen. David to Tom, they're supposed to, but many don't. Alia Rose, customs can indeed be a bother. To David, I had a minor nightmare with one that I bought from an auction in Quebec. FedEx got it worked out, but it was a royal pain. Kaz, we have to pay 20% VAT on pens from abroad here in the UK. Wow. Oh, yeah. Obviously, it's 20 years since I last lived in the UK. I think when I left the UK, that was 17.5%. I can understand why they're doing it. Andreas, I'm still waiting for the Homo sapiens to come under 1,000 AUD for that exact reason. Yeah, absolutely with you. And again, when I got that Homo sapiens last year, I made sure it was well under 1,000. Tom to David, ouch. The one time I had to fill out a hazardous substances form, the seller was relatively new to international orders. Tony, imports for the UK are duty-free under £135. Above that, you get at least 20% VAT and a handling charge from the shipper, usually £10 plus. Do you know, that's what's so annoying? Not that you have to pay the VAT. If you have to pay the VAT, you have to pay the VAT. But why should they be able to charge you so much? Because all they do is they take a box, and chances are they don't even do that. Chances are it's all automated. So it doesn't cost them that much to do it. Andreas, just subscribed Marcy Me. Looking forward to the review. Ricardo, Kaz, even from the EU, I was thinking of getting a pen from Italy. Tom, Marcy Me is a great channel. Awesome. So it's not just me saying that. Well done. The two that I think was it. Well, I watched them yesterday. I thought they were really good. They were looking at the pens that she's got inked up. One of the things I really liked was it was two different videos, but on the same theme. So one was pens that she takes to work, and the other one was pens that I used at home. And I can understand the reason for it. And I think it's a brilliant idea. As I put in a comment, when I was working in an office, obviously that was shirt and formal, semi-formal type clothes. I would come home and I didn't feel like I was truly home until I got changed into like my shorts and t-shirt. And I think it was the mindset change. So you're out of work and into home. And I think that's a brilliant idea to do that with pens as well. David, Tony, before you got in here, I was saying that I got an M800 for Christmas as well. I got the one for myself. Did you get the blue and black Sovereign or the green? Marcy Me to Andreas, great, thank you. And then we've got Tony, the blue-black. Then we got thanks. David, I think the guy in Quebec was new to it too. I don't get many pens from abroad, but that experience is always in the back of my mind when I'm looking at an overseas buy. Tom, the M800 is one of my favourite pens. I've got several. The first I bought 30 years ago. Wow, 30 years ago. And I think that'd be an interesting comparison, wouldn't it? When you're looking at, maybe a pen made 30 years ago and a pen made in the last couple of years. Really, what the differences are, how have their processes and how was the way they produce a pen changed? Kaz, to Ricardo, since Brexit, I don't know the answer, sorry. Ricardo, thanks, Kaz. David, this was my first 800. I have a Atchin Blue Black M400 Souverain. Let's do a refresh. David, wow, we've got the same pen. You've got excellent taste in pens. And then Tony, £135 is the limit even from the EU. Okay, let's head on back to the iPhone, to the overhead camera. I'm going to turn this on the side. Loads of pens this week. So pens for this week. First pen, the one I've used all week. This is the Wingsung 699. I'm going to be making a little change starting this weekend. Normally I change over the pen of the week on a Sunday. Going forward, it's going to be a Monday because in my new thingamajiggy bob, let me just find it. Let me get to the daily page. There we go. In my new planner here, this is the weekly one. What I'm going to do at the top of the page is write on the name of the ink, or should I say the pen that I'm using for the weekly one. And then what I'm also planning is here, where we've got like the entries for the day. What I'm going to do there is on this calendar part is write my pen for the day, so that at the end of the year, I'll have a nice record of all the pens that I've been using. Anyway, that's by the by. So, yeah, the Wingston 699. It's nearly out of ink, so I'm going to put this into the cleaning pot. Got a medium nib on here, and this is the piston filling version. So we've got a Wingston 699 with a medium nib. Price for this is hidden by that window. Let me just move my mouse over there. The price for this, for about 46 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine, and it's Ruby Blues. I've been stretching this pen out for a long, long time because This is the last of Ruby Blues that I've got. This is it. This is the end of it. So that's going into the clean out pot. As you'd have seen during ink vent, my clean out pot is now Darth Vader. Up next, this was the pen I used on Sunday. We've got the Vul pen, or the AliExpress pen. Somebody has sent me details of the actual name. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. Lovely model. I love the chevrons that we've got here. Smallish nib, but it writes quite nicely when it writes. And we've got a converter there. The problem with this is it dries out extremely quickly. So I used it on Sunday. When I came to test the pens, I always test the pens the day before on Saturdays. I had to prime the feed. So let's see if it writes now. So I'm going to call it the Vul pen. AliExpress. AliExpress with a fine nib. This pen was very expensive. It was $3.87. But saying that, that was a few years ago. The ink is by Diamine and it's Black Ivy. Nice sheening ink. The Ruby Blues is a nice sheening ink as well. I'm just going to fetch these two up. Hopefully I might capture this on the camera. So the Ruby Blues, that's a blue background with a beautiful red sheen. And then with that Black Ivy, that's like a black background and another green sheen. But that one, that's also going in the clean out pot. Next up, from Sailor, we've got the Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This is Blue-Green Nebula. And I'm going to go quickly through these. Have to post this. Unposted feels too small for me. Beautiful nib. 14 karat gold nib. I will be honest, it's one of my favourite nibs. So we got here a Sailor Pro Gear Slim with a broad 14 karat gold nib. Price wise, it ain't cheap. 400 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine. And it's a sleigh ride. This is the one I'm saying, I absolutely love this ink. This was in this year, in this year's ink vent. Absolutely gorgeous. So it's like a reddy brown base color, but it pops with beautiful green sheen. This is an extreme sheening. I really do like it. Up next, from Asvine, we've got the Asvine P20. This, I believe it was called the Galaxy. Piston filling pen. Got a piston window there. I find that window is more than usable. I would have liked it wider, but I'm being extremely picky. And we've got the Asvine medium nib. Another one really nice to hold. Very similar in terms of shape and size to the Leonardo Memento Zero line. So we've got here an Asvine P20 with a medium nib. Price wise, looking about 44 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine. No, it's not. The ink by Colorverse. And it's Neptune Occultation. Bit of a word to say that. Nice ink. Again, we got a bit of a sheen on this, so it's got a nice red sheen. Not sure if that will come over on the camera. Quite enjoying this combo. The Asvine P20 is a really nice pen to write with. Next up, we've got a Kaweco Sport. I know I'm forever having Kaweco Sports in my lineup. I just think they're so nice. They're convenient. They drop in your pocket. And because this is the semi-transparent one, I have it eyedroppered. It's a pen I have to use posted. You know, except that it's a pocket pen. So we got here a Kaweco Sport with a 1.1 nib. Price wise, looking about 45 Aussie dollars. The ink, let me just check this one. Yeah, It's Colorverse, Portuguese, Meteor. I'm forever spelling Portuguese right, so if I've spelt it, sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm forever spelling Portuguese wrong, so please accept my apologies if it is spelt wrong. Love the colour of this ink. Love it in this stub nib. It looks really nice. Gonna have a Nosy pen next. This is That Pen Bloke. It's something special. Beautiful colouring on this. So this is a resin he's poured himself. It's a cartridge converter. Very long section, which I really like. Nice, gorgeous fit in the hand. And here we've got a number 6 Yoho nib. So we've got, let me move ever so slightly. That Pen Bloke. Something special. And let me just check. I think it's a broad nib. But yeah, it's a broad nib. And in here, I have Diamine Salted Caramel. So one of those inks we just talked about. Price for this pen, when I got it, was 190 Aussie dollars. That was a couple of years ago, so chances are the price may have gone up. But it's a really nice hand-turned pen. Up next, we've got the Pilot E95S. Just such a gorgeous pen. One of my favourite pens really is. You know, look at that. When it's posted, it's a beautiful length. Unposted, yeah, a bit short. Cartridge converter again, but it's beautiful. I mean, we've got this gorgeous inlaid 14 karat gold nib there. So we've got a Pilot E95S with a medium 14 karat gold nib. Really do like this. It's my cheapest non-Chinese gold nibbed pen, and I would say it's my favourite gold nib pen, full stop. Really do love writing with it. What have we got in here? No, price wise, looking something about 215 Aussie dollars. Then the ink is by Diamine, and it's cranberry. So this is another sheening ink. Hopefully we can fetch this up and see that happening. So this is like reminds me a little bit of something like Diamine Writer's Blood, but it's got a gold sheen with it as well. Quite pretty. And my final pen for the week is my Lamy 2000. There we go. This is in that normal standard like black Macrolon. Piston filling pen. Ink window, to be honest, totally useless for me. I really cannot see it for the life of me. What I have to do if I want to check what's in the ink window, I get either my camera on zoom or I get my loupe out. The nib, 14 karat gold. Very nice, and it's sort of like a hooded nib. So we've got here a Lamy 2000 with a broad 14 karat gold nib. Price for this is about 340 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Colorverse, and it's Supergiant. This is the beauty about this Macrolon. I can have any ink colour that I want in here. So that's the pens that I've been using this week. You can go back to the camera. Wow, we've got loads of comments going back to the top. So we've got from Kaz to Tony, thank you. Andreas, I took one of my Showa pens to work once, the Goulet Montegrappa Elmo, that looked like a beach. It disappeared, so now I have boring work pens. Yeah, I can quite well appreciate that. crunching on ice. What I do now we're in the warmer weather, I use a pint pot for my drink. I fill it to the top with ice. Then I put in a little bit of cordial and a little bit of water. Keeps it nice and cool, but the ice melts very, very quickly. Every time I hear that pen, Elmer, always makes me think of Sesame Street. Alia Rose to Andreas Yates, my condolences. Absolutely. I mean, I would be heartbroken, especially when it's something which isn't easy to get. Tony, I've got a 1990s M400 pre-Suveron, and it lacks the metal cap finial, end gold bands, and section gold band. Yeah, so I think that's where it's nice to be able to compare them. Lady Beaver, how does the new notebook write like? Is it similar to Tomoe River, like you said in your countdown? It is. I don't have, well, I'm comparing it against the Tomoe River I've got in my Gale and Leather notepad that I've had about 3 years, which is 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. I think it's the same. What I'll do after a month or so, I'll actually do on the live. We'll do a recap of them. But this is my pen list for this month, and if I go over the page, I've got nothing showing through at all, and it certainly does feel quite Tomoe River-ish. Blonde Scales 1, my current Leave the House pen is a Pilot Varsity. Marcy Me, the Wing Sung, looks like my Platinum 3776 Century Chartre, word beginning with C. There's certain words, I don't know why it is, I just cannot pronounce them. Well, I do know why it is, but I just cannot pronounce them. Alia Rose, I just remembered Rob gave me the Dominant Industry ink archiving book as well. Has anyone else used one of these? It looks like one would utilize a water brush for the sea creature illustrations. That's different, isn't it? I saw Goldspot on TikTok had that featured a couple of days ago. Alia Rose, reviews are thin on the ground for it. Marie, Waski's planning a New Year's Eve live. Should be fun. I am hoping to join into that. Normally he does his lives when I'm, obviously a suitable time in the States, but I'm in bed asleep. Whereas certainly by the look of it, it's going to be about 11 a.m. my time on New Year's Day. So I'm hoping to be able to join in that live. I'd love to, because I love watching his videos. He's really entertaining. Blonde Scales 1, I have that. My plan is to use up ink samples in it. Alia Rose, do you paint with them? Blonde Scales 1, haven't started yet. And then Alia Rose, okay. Tony, Garry, I agree about the E95S and an EDC for me. Yeah, it's similar to that Kaweco Sport. It's just so easy to take anywhere with you. Ricardo, talking about Pilot pens, has anyone ever have experience with a Pilot post-in nib? No, I haven't. I think it was Ink Dependence, Mike Matheson, is it? A while back, he had some, I want to say, 743s on loan from Pilot, and I think they had one of each nib, so he may have done something on it. Blonde Scales 1 post-in nib. Yeah, so from what it seems to, again, I'm going through my memory. I think the post-in nib is an exceptionally fine nib. I think it's for writing letters from memory, but not letters actually putting the address on an envelope. I might be wrong there, but it was designed to be really, really thin to handle that quite easily. David, to Ricardo, good question. I have a Pilot Custom 912, and its nib is making me a crazy person. Lots of dry starts. Ricardo, yeah, these days it seems to be available only on the 742. And Ricardo, thanks, David. I found a vintage Pilot Elite with a posting nib. and was wondering how fine it is. And David, I think mine's a medium or a medium fine. Right, let's swap over. Let me just fetch this up first. There we go. Let's head over to Keynote. And I'll run it as a presentation, which is what I should have done first. So last week's videos. Well, every day up until Christmas Day, we had My Inky Countdown. I love doing that series. This was my 3rd year doing it, I think. Absolutely love doing it. It's so much fun. And I know my wife enjoys doing it because, she buys them gifts. And I already know that she's bought some stuff ready for next year. So at the moment, we are planning on doing it again next year. What she said to me is she's going to tell me each month how much, and I've then got to go and find a pen for that. Because she doesn't really know. Well, she's not very good technical wise. So anything, the pens that I order for it, unfortunately, I do know what they are. I just don't know when they're coming. But she said she's going to give me an allowance each month to go and buy a pen. And she said she doesn't want no more cheap ones. She wants me to look at things like, 20 to 50 Aussie, 20 to 50 Aussie dollars in price. On Monday, we did a focus on the Platypus Model 10. So this is an Australian-made pen, 3D printed. What I'm doing is I'm doing a little mini series where I'm looking at all my Australian-made pens, and that's going to culminate. I was hoping to do it on the 26th of January, but that's a Sunday, so it's going to go out on the 27th of January, which is my Monday. 26th of January is Australia Day. 27th, that's the public holiday for Australia Day, which is why I'm saying, it can still go out that day. So on that one, I'll actually do a very quick look at all of them. It's only quick, going through them all and just rounding out the whole presentation. Wednesday, that was the Sailor Pro Gear Slim versus the Waterman Karen. Both of them filled with that gorgeous sleigh riding. Really enjoyed that. The Pro Gear Slim, that's actually today's pen. Pointless me showing it to the camera because you can't see. The Waterman Karen, such an elegant pen. That Pro Gear Slim, utilitarian, easy to take everywhere, and looks not too bad. Then Friday, I looked at the A5 Kinbor Techo Planner, talked through really what I'm going to be using it for. So that will start getting used on Wednesday of this week, being New Year's Day, the 1st of January, which is when it will start. With that, I've had a couple of other thoughts. So I'm still playing around with them myself. I think what I'm going to do is similar to what I'm going to do in that weekly one, is I might use the calendar view to write the name of the pen that I'm using that day. Still thinking about that. I just want to make sure I'm using it for something, but something that's useful. And I'm thinking by doing that, that's a planner for the full year. I've got everything in there in one place. So I say, still thinking about that. Pens for this week. So tomorrow, Monday my time, will be my wrap up of December pens. So take a look at the pens that I've been using during December, and then I rank the 6 that I started with. Wednesday, we're going to look at the pens in use. So what am I going to be using in January? You've seen most of them already. Looking forward to that. Friday, if I can get this recorded tomorrow, my Inky Countdown review. So that's where I say I'm just going to do a quick look through all the inks, give some thoughts on them. Not going to pick favourites because there'll be 2 individual videos about those. Then Saturday is a members only Ask Me Anything, which I will be recording after this. And the book of the week. I've been a bit slow this week. I've had a couple of days where I was viciously assaulted by bottles of Sauvignon Blanc. So I haven't read on. I don't like to read when I've had a bottle of wine. So going postal. 71% of the way through. I love it because I'm reading it as an ebook, so I know exactly how far through I am. Really nice. This is a little bit of a commentary on the way that our financial systems work and how you get a few people who can take control of, essentially take control of the whole financial systems and have so much power that people daren't do anything about it. Really enjoying it. I say 71% of the way through. So back to the camera. Let me close this down. Close the window. Let me close this one down as well. And I'm back to comments. So we've got, let me sit up. David, and been a member for 2 months. Thank you to you, David. I hope everyone has a blessed holiday season and New Year, and that 25 will be a great year for everyone and for everyone's pens. Definitely for everyone's pens. Let me come here. There we go. That's better. Blonde Scales 1, you need to show us all your pop vinyls. Okay, be very careful. I'm going to turn this around, hopefully not make you sick. So this is opposite my desk. Let me try and get it lined up. So on the left-hand side, that's all Star Wars. The right-hand side is all Star Trek. So there, at the bottom, we've got something my neighbour gave me, which is, you know, I do flick that over every so often. I'm trying to get this level. Above that, Marvin the Martian. It's all there by himself, so I may have to try and get something to go with him. Above that, these are pop vinyls I've had for many years. There's mainly the original series. We do have Geordie LaForge on there. And then we've got Michael Burnham and Saru from Discovery. Above that, there's the 4 that I got this year from my wife from Picard, the series Picard. And then above that, I'm trying to get this straight. There we go. There we've got the Lower Decks. Now, why there's a gap at the end of the Lower Decks ones, I do have 2 pre-ordered. It's my birthday in January, so they've been pre-ordered for my birthday. And they're from First Contact. So I've got Locutus of Borg and the Borg Queen on order, and they'll go up there most probably next to the Lower Decks ones. So hopefully that was interesting for you to quickly see. Ricardo, the PO nib is a very fine and hard nib made to be easier to write in lower quality paper. Suppose it minimises feathering. Currently, PO nib has a downward curve. There was me think it was to do with envelopes. I don't know. That's brilliant though. I love to know what everything that builds your knowledge is good. Ali Rose, Pen Fun. Thank you so much, Ali Rose. Very, very much appreciated. As I always say, the ads, we've already talked about the ads. The revenue I get from that, the membership fees, things like this, the super thanks, all go towards buying more stuff for the channel. You know, the example I've been given for a while is they went towards buying the Colorverse calendar. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Blonde Scales 1. Oh, okay. Tom, my favourite 912 nib is the Waverley. Andreas, does anyone have any pen resolutions for the new year? Mine is only to buy 2 pens, apart from the Lamy AL Stars and 2000s I collect. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I think New Year's is a complete and total waste of time. My wife hates me for it because she loves it. She'll stay up well past midnight. Well, she does anyway. I go to bed at normal time. I think New Year, complete waste of time. What is it? The number of the years changing. That's it. Nothing else changes. Everything's the same old crap, isn't it? What I do, and I say, because I'm using these, I use it as a way of turning over into my new ideas. Let me get to the right page. It's in here somewhere. I will find it in a second. There we go. So what I do is I have a word of the year. The word of the year, and I smudged it. I kicked myself. Is grow, which I'm using that as an acronym for generate, renew, optimize, and wrap up. Then what I'm doing is each quarter then having a specific goal, which is do things that add value for quarter one. And then at the bottom of this, where we've got this monthly ones, each month I'm going to set out a focus. And for January, it's going to be what can I cut out? So the idea of this is to try and bring focus to what I do each month. So yeah, don't do resolutions, but I find that theme, I think they call it a theme system-y type stuff, works really well. Tony, there's a video DVD of Going Postal. It's not bad. Yeah, it's over here on streaming. It's on a streaming service called Stan. I don't have it. I've got that many other streaming services that, so yeah, haven't seen it. I would like to, but not in too much of a rush. David to Tom, I'm not familiar with the Waverley other than having heard of it. That Hoss, the spacing is perfect. My resolution is to take one day at a time, listen for God, and try to make a difference where and when I can. Yeah, that's awesome. Ricardo, in the UK, we don't have the 912, and only recently the 742 has been available, with almost all nib types available except for the signature nib. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting the signature nib. I like the look of that. Tom, the WA nib doesn't look much different on the page, but has a much larger sweet spot for writing at slightly unusual angles. Leftists often love it. Blonde Scales 1, happy early birthday, thank you. David, interesting, I'll have to check that out. David to Andreas. That's a copy of the one we saw a few posts ago, but with a correction in there. Ricardo, that's okay, David. It's a good resolution. Andreas, I went with thrive as my word of 2025. Yeah, that's a good one. This year, my word for 2024 was why. It was about asking why for everything. And I need to remember to change my board. I know you can't see it here, but in some videos you can. I'll change over my board to reflect that new one. Kaz, good night all. Thank you for a good evening. Thank you, Kaz. And we've got good night, Kaz there. Alia Rose, I don't do New Year. No one keeps those resolutions. No one, lol. Yeah, in my productivity coach hat, I can't remember what it is. I did have some stats. I think it's like 78% of New Year resolutions are abandoned within the first 2 weeks. I might be wrong there. I'd say it's been a while since I've looked at them figures. But yeah, I'd say I like the idea of a theme. Problem for me with resolutions is if you're doing it properly, you put in what it is, and you're also deciding what the end state is and the time limit you want to do it in. But things change. So much changes so rapidly. I mean, you've only got to go about 3 years when the world shut down. A lot of things outside your control, and that can affect a resolution because it can affect you completing it. Whereas with a theme, what I found, the idea of a word or a focus for a period of time is you aren't setting those end goals, them end values. What you're doing is it's trying to make sure that you're thinking about doing things that different way. So that's why I really like it, because it's more flexible and it can change and adapt depending on circumstances. Ricardo, good night to Kaz. Ali Rose, meowdy is my 2025 word since the planner insisted. Awesome. Oh, what a lovely word. Okay, that's all the comments. Let me just have a quick swig. So thank you all. Absolutely love doing these, as you know. Please hit the thumbs up button every time you like, every time you comment. Just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to the channel. And that way you can get new videos as I release them. I forgot I said the outro so many times and I keep forgetting it. Membership's available if you're able to help support the channel. Very, very much appreciated. Head on over to my YouTube page. There you'll find a link. I think it says join, where you can become a member of the channel. I say everything that comes in via membership, via the ad revenue, via super thanks, that all goes towards helping me get things so I can keep, bringing interesting items to the channel. So thank you all. Got some more comments. Blonde Scales 1. Mine is enjoy what I can. Absolutely. Good idea. Andreas. Tom, thanks to all. And David, see everyone in 2025. Andreas, best wishes all. Blonde Scales 1, have a great week and a happy new year all. Tony, good night all. Have a great new year. David, have a happy and blessed new year. Ricardo, thanks Gary for the live and to all for the helpful chat. Alia Rose, have fun and be careful everyone. Blonde Scales 1, stay safe. Tony Bins, thanks Gary. Ricardo, have a great week and happy new year. Tom, great show, thank you Gary. Marcy Me, good evening all. Blonde Scales 1, yep, see you all next year. If you can, try and join in that New Year stream of Wasky Squirrel. As long as Elaine doesn't want me to go out anywhere, I'm planning to join in the chat from here. So that'll be interesting. See if any of you are able to join. Let me just do one final refresh. Okay, I'll leave the comments open whilst I'm playing the outro. Thank you all for your time, and I'll talk to you again soon.